What's going on, everybody? So I know it's been a while and I haven't really been posting consecutively, and I really apologize for that, but I promise it is for a great reason. First of all, please continue to support the Black Lives Matter movement. In my description, I'll be posting some ways to donate and petitions to sign and ways to always get involved. Secondly, I also want to say, unfortunately, I wasn't able to introduce my friend that's going to be in today's vlog, considering that we were really excited, and you'll see why in a second. But her name is Gabriela, and she's absolutely amazing. And stay tuned to the end of the video because I have an announcement. And without further ado, I really hope you enjoy today's vlog. Check it out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Under Wraps. Today, we are going to go on a vlog. It's been quite a while since I've seen every single one of your beautiful faces. And today, we're going to be joined by none other than this beauty right here.
Oh my god!
What?
My pants just ripped! Oh my god! This is the worst. Now I feel like I have to fucking my pants. I'm not even joking. Look.
And I caught it on camera! What are the odds, bitch?
So update. My pants are fucking done. I really want a new pair now. Yeah, let's see. We were just kind of talking about dates for Disneyland. You know when it's open, right? July 17th. Yeah, July 17th. I knew that. Yeah. Do you know when Downtown Disney opens?
Like a week before, right? Like July 7th, I think?
Try my birthday.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. July 9th is when Downtown Disney opens.
She has so much luck when it comes to Disney. I'm not even joking, you guys. Like, seriously, everyone, she is the Disney queen, which is why I think today's vlog is gonna be about Disney!
While we're driving, I thought it'd be fun to pull up some Disney trivia and test Ricky to see how good he is or claims to be. What is the name of Wendy's dog in Peter Pan?
My first thought is to say Figaro, but I know that's from Pinocchio, so I don't know.
Figaro was a cat.
I know, it's from Pinocchio!
Peter Pan, Wendy's dog in Peter Pan was Nana, because she was dressed up like a maid or a nurse. Who trained Hercules to be a hero?
The person, the centaur. The person that's the pig horse thing.
You guys, it's Phil!
Phil! Damn it!
What is the land Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is located in?
Frontierland? No.
Yay! That's your first one right! What is the name of Ariel and Prince Eric's daughter?
Melody.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, it's Melody. What does Hakuna Matata mean?
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free.
I'd be really sad if
philosophy. Hakuna Matata. What is Tarzan's adopted mother's name?
Kala.
Yes! Yes! She got it! How many muses are there in Hercules?
5?
Yes! You got it correct! Who is Miguel's idol in Coco?
I almost said Enrique, but I was like, it's Ernesto de la Cruz.
I'm so sorry, that's the first one you got. You got it right. Who said it's kind of fun to do the impossible?
That's not Walt Disney, is it?
It is Walt Disney!
Okay.
Oh my god! She got my purple! Ah! What is the name of Simba and Nala's daughter?
Kiara. I love Lion King too.
What is this? What is this? Y'all, she is 5 for 5. Clearly she's a little better at Disney trivia than I am, considering she's like obsessed, goes to Disney like 1,000 times a year.
I wish.
So our first mission today is we're gonna go and get a car wash really quick. The second thing is that we're gonna go to San Carlos and we're gonna go pick up some mic equipment today for all of your beautiful faces so that you can hear Me better. Or us.
So pretty. It's like Easter.
It is. All the way to Foster City to Armadillo Willie's. What did you get?
A chicken sandwich and a Caesar salad.
And I got the Caesar salad with chicken. How is it?
It's a chicken sandwich.
This is actually pretty cool. It's like smoked chicken. Gabriela and I got to talking, and we wanted to talk about our worst dating experiences. I'll start. I decided to give Grindr a chance. Guy and I met up. Unfortunately, his picture was not the same as actual real life. It's not that it was a bad thing, but he was like 2-3 times bigger than I was, right? And it's not like it was a bad thing.
Yeah.
But his picture was from high school, right? And I'm like,
oh, so this is like years later, and you're like...
And like he still uses that same picture in his Grindr account. Whatever. Like our plan was to go to Bodega Bay, which we did. And
Isn't that hella far from Sonoma though?
It's about like 45 minutes away. This man is dressed in a purple suit, head to toe, purple suit, like freaking nice ass loafers,
Like
right?
Barney.
Like it was just, and the only reason I remember is because that was a few days, like after Prince died. And so everywhere that we went, people always complimented him because people were always saying that he was wearing purple. Wearing purple was because... Exactly.
Purple. Sorry. Go on.
And I think the reason why he was wearing purple is because I told him that purple was my favorite color. So I think that's why he was wearing it. But in all honesty, it was kind of a hot mess of a date. Since the beginning, I was already over it. One, because I'm like, if you're gonna lie to me and tell me that you look a certain way, but you don't look like
yeah.
We get there and everything's going whatever. You know, we're talking and he all of a sudden wants to go and talk and he wants to lay down on a sand dune. I was doing this the entire time with my hands crossed, and he like this, like I don't want it, but like he grabs me and like he grabs me so close and I'm like this, and then like he just wants to make out and I'm just like, just let it all happen, whatever. And all of a sudden I feel him like, you know, move, like twitch, and I didn't think anything of it.
A demon came out of him.
Oh, the demon, yes, the demon did come out. The demon did come out, yes. We're getting up to go, and I saw a bonfire.
Why do I feel like I know what happened, but you just don't want to say it?
But I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay.
So I got up, right? By the glimpse of the fire that we're walking by, I could see that his pants were wet.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like,
oh, okay.
I didn't say anything. I was just kind of like going with the flow of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was really nervous. And I think that he knew what had happened. And it was so funny. Okay. I went to school at Sonoma. There's 2 in-and-outs, one in Santa Rosa and then one in Sonoma. And they're kind of like at a distance of each other. I didn't want to go to the one that was basically closer to Sonoma because I didn't want anybody knowing my business. You know, like you don't want...
Like, he's on a date with a purple people eater. Like, what the fuck is this?
Pretty much. Finally time to drop him off at home.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, he's like, okay, you can drop me off, you know, like back at Santa Rosa, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, no, I'll just drop him off at home because I'm that nice person. Like, I don't want any, like, especially because...
Did he live in Santa Rosa also?
He lives in the outskirts parts of Santa Rosa, more towards like the Napa area. The man basically tells me, he says, can you drop me off over here? We're in the mountains at this point, right? If you keep going straight in the outskirts, you see mountains and no street lights, absolutely nothing. And I'm panicking because all of a sudden I lose signal on my phone. And my roommate and my best friend knew that I was on this date, and I was like panicking because they had my location, and I'm thinking to myself like, this is where it all goes. They think you're
missing.
Pretty much, right? Basically, we finally get to the destination and it's like pitch black and it's just dirt road instead of just actual road. So you know it was like in the booty neck of nowhere. And so like he said, stop here. And I'm like thinking to myself like, okay, so we stopped right there and he got out the car and he like disappeared in the area, right? And then I noticed that there's a fence, and so he has the key to this fence. Behind that gate is like this whole like bushy mountain area, and I guess that's where his house is. But it
somewhere
was
back in
somewhere
there.
in the back there. But it was like so crazy, and it made me panic. Like I'm just telling, like, oh my god.
Very like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Exactly, and I'm like, I don't want to die. Like, what the fuck?
Wow. I kind of love it.
And I got back, and my roommate was like, dude, you always have the craziest stories. And I'm like, it's not on purpose. It just kind of just happened, you know?
I love the fact that like he was wearing a purple suit, his demons were released, and then he went to his creepy home. Like I can rock it. Like I like it.
Gabriela, what was your worst experience?
My cousin had set me up with her manager. They both worked at a sandwich shop at the time in Burlingame. She's one of those girls who's like really into makeup and really into like aesthetics and stuff, which is like totally fine, but like I'm more studious between the two of us, and so she always has this impression of like me being nerdy and like liking science and math, which I like do, but that's not how my life is revolved, I guess. So she was like, you would love my manager, like he likes science too. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So I like started texting him, and he was really nice. Like I didn't have a problem with him. He liked cooking. I told him, I was like, I have work on this day, like let's grab breakfast, which I thought was perfect because if I didn't like him I could escape, which is exactly what happened. So he shows up. Like I feel bad saying this, but like I feel like I was at the time like maybe 21, like I was kind of young. He like was 25, like he was older than me by a couple years, but like I feel like at that age, like if you're still wearing your keys around your neck as a lanyard, that's so high school. And I just saw him coming towards me with this lanyard, and he was a bigger guy, but that didn't really bother me. But it was just like, oh boy. And his posture was really like slouched, and he looked kind of sloppy, and I was like, oh no. Like I was wearing my work boots, I was wearing my work shirt, and I was like, oh boy. So like he came over and he like said hi, and I was like, hey dude, like I'm so sorry, I might have to cut this short, because initially I saw him and it was like, I don't like him. I was like, just so you know, I might have to cut this short because work actually asked if I can come in like 15 minutes early. And so he's like, no big deal. So we go up to the cafe, and in this cafe it's really cute. You go inside and you look up at like boards, and that's the menu. And so he was ordering, I think he ordered like a bagel or something, and I just remember they were like, what kind of drink do you want? And he just was like, he just like could not make up his mind with what he wanted to drink. And I'm like a pretty confident person, so after I had ordered my food, because I ordered before him, he was stuttering like because he didn't know what he wanted to fucking drink. So I just told the waitress, I was like, he's having what I'm having, because I was just so annoyed. And so he was like, that's perfect, I love lemonade. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna fucking like it because I'm tired of you going and so I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I get, okay, when I date somebody, like I like assertive people. I like people who know what they want, because I'm sitting there like, also, like, can you just take a drink? I left early, and then I text my cousin. I was like, what the hell was that? And she was like, I thought you'd like him because you guys are both smart. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with how I date, what I want to date. Like, no, just because he's smart doesn't mean he's attractive in like what I consider to be appealing. I think that was really like an annoying date more than anything.
Speaking of talking about personal topics, we and other individuals have decided to come up with a podcast in which we're going to bring up very, very, very personal topics.
Yeah.
In which we just talk about the craziest things. There is one that's already up by the time that this is uploaded. One thing you have to know is that they're very rated mature.
Yeah.
Because they're crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy. We're gonna talk about a lot of wide range things. Her and I are on the first episode where it's talking about relationships and dating in the 21st century.
So the first episode is not rated R. Don't worry, if you're with kids, it's fine.
Yeah.
But from there on out, it might be
like, you gotta have adult permission. It's gonna get crazy. We're gonna talk about relationships. We're gonna talk about sex. We're gonna talk about acts of craziness and our wildest adventures and the things that we do on a daily basis. So if you're ready for that, buckle in your seatbelts and let's begin. Cause it's gonna be crazy, boo-boo. Crazy. C-R-A-Z-Y. The name of the podcast is Keep It Under Wraps, because all these topics, people always want to keep it under wraps. And we're gonna show the world who we really are through fun means.
I was really excited when Ricky asked me if I wanted to like be in a couple episodes, because I'm like a very sex positive person, and I would hope that like most women are. Like, no offense to men or anybody who identifies as anything else, but I feel like women for a long time have not been allowed to say it's okay to have sex and I want it. I kind of hope I bring that into the mix.
And a lot of people are going to bring so many different things into the mix, so I'm really excited to see how this all plays out, and keep it under wraps is gonna be an interesting topic. There's gonna be so much tea being spilled every single week. So
yeah,
we'll see you all soon. Bye, deuces.